Good morning. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more free game. All right. So I have been saying that I was going to make this video a while back, and I should have been made it, but anywho, here goes. So a lot of my recent videos have been more about like relationships and stuff like that. And we'll get back to that. I have so many things to share when it comes to that. But here is some finance free game. Now, I am currently not a financial advisor. I will be soon working on getting my securities license. So I don't actually give actual financial advice. And even if I was a licensed financial advisor right now, I still would say, make sure that you consult with your financial advisor, consult with, your banker or whatever, to see what are the best options and what makes more sense for you, and know what you can do based on what your credit score is, your credit history, your banking situation, all of that. You should know those things at least. Okay, but the title of this video is about bringing your own financing, and I think I am gonna just entitle it "Bring Your Own." So, a big mistake that I myself have made, and this is why I know this and I've lived through this, and a lot of others make this mistake, is that we go to car dealerships and do not bring our own financing. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people who already do this, so if you already do this, great, thumbs up, amazing. You should tell 10 people around you to do the same thing. Okay, the car dealerships are definitely dealing us these deals, if you will. So how car dealership works, we should know, basically they have the cars, they connect with lenders that allow the patrons or the customers that are coming in to be able to purchase the cars that they have, because they know that they have a high ticket item that the average person doesn't have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus $1,000 just walking around. Okay. Also, the average person does not want to go into, their savings or their trust or their 401k or whatever the fuck that they have that might have this kind of money in it. They want to use what? OPM or other people's money in order to get it. All right. So if you're going into a car dealership and let's say your credit score is over 650, definitely, let's say even over 7. Okay, if your credit score is good or great or definitely excellent, this is a great conversation for you. We'll go into a car dealership, look at the car that we want, everything like that, and then when it comes time to choose the vehicle, when it comes time to talk turkey and talk coin, what we do, instead of pulling out our own financing from our own bank, from our own credit union, what we'll do is we pass the buck over to the bank. What the bank, not the bank, it is their banks, but we pass the buck over to the dealer. What the dealer does is they go ahead and contact 10 or probably more of the financial institutions that they work with. If it's a smaller dealership, they probably don't work with as many, but if it's like a big one, like a Tesla or something, Ford, I don't know, I'm sure they work with several. So they go ahead and, same way like when you do like a credit card application, right? They submit your information to all these different ones to see what you're going to be qualified for. They normally are not just sending your application to one at a time. No, they're doing this at once. Okay. Oh, sidebar real quick. That little 1 day, 2 day time frame that they sometimes give folks when they're trying to seek that financing for them is a hoax. All right. They're able to contact those companies within seconds. If I'm Ford and I've been dealing with Chase, Wells Fargo, such and such credit union, I don't know, all these different years and all this time, don't you think I have those people and those entities like on standby? Yeah, they do. All right. So it only takes them maybe, minutes for them to get that information back. Maybe, an hour or so, something like that. It does not take no days for them to get an answer back for you on what you're qualified for. No. Normally, if it is something, if it really does take that amount of time, it's because your credit probably wasn't great in the first place. All right. But I digress. So that's really just a tactic. Okay, that's a tactic for them to create like more urgency with you. A lot of times, especially when someone is not of super high income, they're there to get a car because that's their only car. They don't have another vehicle. Okay, so you'll be more willing to accept something that you might not have wanted to accept, or a deal that you didn't want to accept, or a price or something like that, you know, based on your situation and the urgency that is already created. And they've created more urgency by what? Making you wait. Okay, they building on your impatience. All right, so keep that in mind. When you come with your own financing, you don't got to think about none of that shit. All right, because money talk, bullshit walk. All right. So excuse me. So here's the thing: when you come in, you should have your own financing, because once they do that with your credit and send your information to all these different places, guess what happens? Now your credit report is being pulled. Okay, so one or two hard pulls won't, you know, bring your score down very much. Almost 50% of your score is based on your payment history. All right, so but there are other parts that, you know, like your amount of credit usage, the amount of new inquiries, that all, you know, adds up in the other side of those points. So just a few points. Okay, cool. 10 places, 3 points apiece, that's a whole 30-point drop. All right, now you have to go through contacting, you know, the credit bureaus and stuff like that, and disputing this in order to get those points back, because you can't dispute it, because you don't really sign anything on the dotted line until what? Until you agree to one of those places. All right. You didn't agree to all those places pulling your stuff. You probably didn't even know that they were having all of your information shopped around to these different places. And even if you did, baby, they don't know you didn't know. Okay, so all you gotta say is, I only authorize my credit to be pulled one time, and they pull my credit 10 times, and now my score is down 30 points. I need this to change. And it can be changed. Okay, it might take a little time, may take, you know, 30 days, something like that, maybe 60, but it will definitely get your score back up there if you can dispute that. So if it has happened to you, there is a way for you to get that on up. You know, check out your credit score, make sure you're getting your FICO score and your credit report on a regular basis, so that you can see like what's going on there and who's been pulling what. Okay, so anyway, back to the original point, which was, you know, make sure that you get your own financing. Right, if you have their financing, not only are you paying the financer, whatever the bank is or whatever that they've given you, you're also lining the pockets of the person that sold you the car and the dealership. Okay, because they got to make their money too. So let's say the car really is only worth $20,000. They might give you 25, something like that. Make sure they get their commission, make sure everybody get their money, you know. And now you've been overcharged for something and you really didn't have to, you know. Also, it's way more difficult to negotiate what you're willing to pay, not willing to pay, when you don't come with your own coin. Because what are you doing? You asking them for something. You asking them for their help for you to be able to get something. So at that point, it's kind of like you're groveling. All right. Now you can say, nah, if you know your shit, you can't be like, no, I really don't want to pay that much. I would like to do this. But then what they might do, end up pulling your credit again from somebody else who's willing to take less. Who knows? You can eliminate this whole problem by coming in with your own financing. And here's how you can do it. Your bank or your credit union, or you can go to another financial institution that you don't necessarily regularly do business with, and get a personal loan. Okay? Normally, your bank and your credit union, absolutely your credit union, is going to give you a lower interest rate than the dealership's people or whatever is going to give you. I've refied before with a credit union that I found on my own, okay? and got a much better rate. But why did I have to do that if I could have just had them from the jump, right? And if I would have had them from the jump, I wouldn't have had to have my credit ran by this other company, okay? I could have just got my own financing off top. Because here's the thing, if their companies are willing, the companies that they deal with are willing to give you that coin, why your own bank that you've been doing business with, that they've been seeing your history with, they've been seeing your credit score, they've been seeing how you operate, how you spend money, how you make payments on things, blah, blah, blah. They've seen all that. Their credit union, even if you haven't been doing all that, you're their customer, they're a credit union, they're there to give you credit, okay? So why they wouldn't give you 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get a car? Make it make sense. Your credit union will give you the coin to get you a house. All right, I'm Navy Federal. I can get a mortgage loan with them. I don't have to necessarily use whatever the mortgage company is with, say, the building developer that I'm using. I can use them, you know. So if your bank is willing to do business with you on a day-to-day regular basis, why you think they're not gonna give you that money to get no car, baby? All right. Come with your own financing. And I bet you the conversation will be much different. If you come in and you got, you know, damn, I ain't got no card around me. But let's say, you know, you come in, you got a card, this is my imaginary card, you know what I'm saying? Or you have a check, you know, I wouldn't even tell them the exact amount that I have available to me. I would just let them know I'm looking for what I like. I have my own financing. I'll let you know when I find what I'd like to test drive and everything. And I have the coin to pay for it today, right now. And the other great thing about that is that they didn't have to do any of that extra stuff. You've already done the work, okay, that they were gonna try to do and get more from you. Now you can negotiate a lot better, a lot easier. If that car says 20,000 on it, but you got 18 of your own financing and you ready to go right now, watch that price get dropped. Just watch it. Watch their face. They can be like, especially if you at a place that sells used vehicles, all right? I would say nowadays it's better to just go ahead and buy new than used, because you know, you might as well. You know, the car note is going to be similar. You know, if you're bringing your own financing, you're going to get a really great interest rate anyway. You know, it's going to last you longer. It's going to normally come with some sort of warranty. It's better for you. Looks better. Why not? You know, but basically, if you come with your own financing, you hold all the cards. The ball is in your court, not theirs. If you hold all the cards, you can come in and say what you want. It's a lot easier for you to get your vehicle and go that day, instead of that whole, oh, you gotta wait till tomorrow. Why I gotta wait and I got 20,000? Why I gotta wait and I got 30,000? Why I gotta wait and I got a 25,000 line of credit? Why I gotta wait? You wanna get your child a car? Why I gotta wait? Y'all want this little, you know, 12,000 for this little, you know, what's the cheap cars? I don't know. But let's just say, whatever that you're trying to get, why I gotta wait? And I got this money. So you shorten your time of waiting, you reclaim your time, okay, by doing that. And you also make sure that your credit score is not being overly checked and stuff like that. You don't have to go through no additional steps in order to get your credit score back to where it needs to be, because of all the stuff that they've done. All right, you don't have to worry about them trying to play you, basically, because you already have your financing with the amount that you want to pay. You don't have, there ain't no negotiation of, oh, well, you know, we can only do this and we can. Trust me, when you come with your own financing, the conversation is much different, okay? So If your credit is not up to that 650, you still may be able to come with your own financing. Please talk to your banker. If you have not talked to your banker, if you're with a credit union, it's probably even better. Just have a talk with them. Contact customer service, go into the office and find out, like, what are your options. A lot of times financially, we do different things because we don't know what our options are. Okay, so this is just another option for you to have when it's that time for you to go vehicle shopping. Okay, it's almost end of July, so what we got, August, September, October, November, December. So we got about 6-7 months until the next tax time. Okay, so in between now and then, you could be planning or whatever. A lot of times that's around the time a lot of people buy new cars. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, when that time comes and everybody's coming around with they coin or whatever, bring your own financing. Okay, and I just want to make sure you other people's money. All right. Oh, another thing, quick tidbit. Excuse me, on cash cars. If you can bring your own financing on a cash car, if they'll accept like a credit payment or something like that, or if you can get like cashier's check or something like that out of your personal line of credit, do that. I mean, it's cool to no debt or whatever, but listen, who want to pay the whole thing and they could use other people's money? We do it when we buy a house. We do it when we buy a more expensive vehicle or purchase. We do it when we're buying appliances, when we furnish our house, stuff like that. So you can still do it. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Why go drop $5,000 when you could finance it? And if you have $5,000 cash, go invest it in something. All right, go put it into something that about that's going to be lucrative to invest in. I'm not telling you exactly what to invest in because, again, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I'm not authorized to tell you exactly what to do with your money. I can just give suggestions. All right. But I too have made the mistake of buying a cash car, all this money at once, or getting a certain windfall of money and paying my current vehicle off with that money, when it's like you could just keep rolling. Same thing with your house. You could just keep rolling. Now if you got small kids and you just want to make sure that the big mortgage is out of the way, and let's say you win the lottery or someone dies or whatever, and you get a whole $100,000, $200,000 at one time, and you just want to eliminate that bill, I get it. I understand, especially with age and little kids and whatever. I get it. It's the uncertainty that makes us do that. Understand, it is your uncertainty that's making you feel like I got to do this because I don't know if this and this and this is going to happen at this time, and I want to make sure that this is already paid for. It's a fear and uncertainty. Let's just call a thing, and that's okay. If you're scared, go to church. All right. If you just all right, cool, pay it off. I did. I paid my truck off. I got back when they was giving everybody money for unemployment. I had got a lot of money. Okay. I ain't gonna say how much, but I'm just saying I got a nice chunk of change, and I could have went and did so many other things with the money, but I took a large chunk of it and paid my truck off. And later on, my financial advisor was like, that was responsible. That was cute. But you could have did way more with that money. You could have multiplied that money, and we could have been talking about that now instead of, oh, I have this vehicle that's paid off. Okay? So use other people's money. Bring your own financing, your own source of other people's money, and watch the conversation be different. This is free game. Hope you learned something. Each one teach one. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Make sure you like and subscribe. That's my business, Stylist by Nicole, or one of them. So if you're in the Dallas DFW area and you'd like your hair done, let me know. Hit me up, and we can discuss it, and I can come to you or you come to me. Okay? Link in the comments and also in my description or bio. Okay. All right. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye. Free game.